Hello YouTube, welcome back to Driving Up Stocks. I am, as always, your host, Cody. Thank you for joining me on my journey. This will be another Robinhood portfolio update, be for the week ending, what was Friday, the 9th? 10th? Friday the 10th? Good Friday, Friday the 10th, week ending Friday the 10th. There was actually no trading on Friday as it was Good Friday. The U.S. markets were closed. You could still buy and sell your cryptos. That stuff goes around the clock. So, but the actual stock markets were closed on Friday. So, at the end of trading there, I did since the cryptos were rolling. I did still end my week Friday at 6 o'clock, where I stopped counting. We ended the week at $149.55. So we were up 23% on the week. Nice gain, nice rebound there. So a pretty decent week. We didn't make any movement from our midweek update. As I mentioned, I do have two stocks that I picked up for swing trading. What was the one? Oh, CBL and Associates. That one I actually picked up by mistake. I'm just waiting for a good sellout point. So there's actually three stocks I'm kind of hanging on to for swing trade. CBL and Associates, I'm just looking to at least break even. I got a couple cents to go. That'll be at a nice break even point. JCPenney, I picked up, how many shares of JCPenney did I pick up? I want to say 15. 15 shares of JCPenney. It was trading at like $32. Oh, they wish right now. Oh my goodness, do they ever wish? 32.7 cents, and they're at like 33 cents right now. I'll wait till that rebounds a little bit. Everything's kind of down today when the market's open here on Monday. So I have not reached my sell point for JCPenney. The other one I picked up for a swing trade, I got it, $69.10. Was one partial fractional share. It was like 5/100ths of a share. I mean, something crazy like that. I just threw a couple bucks in. Picked that up for a swing trade. It was at $69.10, so that's a little over $70 now. I'll wait till that one. That one's another one that dropped. Right now, at the time of filming, we're in the Monday afternoon. The market's opened down today. Some of my stuff rebounded, some of my stocks. I'm about 50-50 between red and green right now. About half of my stocks are in the money and half of them are down for the day. So we are overall, the ones that are down quite significantly. The cryptocurrencies took a big hit over the weekend, so that's really drug my portfolio value down. So I've already lost, almost $8 since Friday. That stuff will all rebound though. I'm not too concerned about that. I know that's going to pick back up hopefully as the week goes on. So we haven't sold out of anything yet. We're still waiting for a good sell point. Again, like I said, things are down today, so it's not a good day to sell. A couple things I wanted to talk about. First off, AMC. I talk a lot about AMC, which is the movie theater chain. They are taking a pretty good beating right now. You guys know I love AMC stock. I love going to AMC and watching movies. They have been doing pretty well for a while. They had some bad press in October of last year that hit their stock price. It ended up slowly rebounding until that which shall not be named, our Lord Voldemort out there floating around. When that hit, up until that hit, it had made a nice recovery, but now it is back down, and it is absolutely taking a pounding. Last year it came out, they had a class action lawsuit against them. Just recently, within the past day or two, the firm that's handling that class action lawsuit did come out and release an article basically saying, hey, don't forget there's still a class action lawsuit against these guys. And that stems back to, I want to say 2015, 2016, if I'm not mistaken. They had bought out Carmike Theaters and I think one other theater group, which then made them the largest theater chain in the world. I guess there was with their board of directors and officers, there was a little tomfoolery with the numbers. They didn't quite report things out as it should have been. They blamed it on basically Carmike having more debt than they said they had, or something along those lines. So there's a class action lawsuit against them for that. That kind of hit them. Then on Friday, there was an article that was released where their stock was actually downgraded to sell. Basically from hold to sell. Because the analysts don't think that. Basically, what the analysts think that they're going to go bankrupt because their theaters are sitting empty. They don't have anything additional to generate any revenue. So the big investors, and the analysts are thinking that they're not going to be able to pay their bills through this, even with the care plans that are out there and the small business, or I guess they're not really a small business, but the loans that are out there to help with this kind of stuff that being offered to some of these corporations and small businesses. They don't think it's going to do the trick for AMC. They look for them to file for bankruptcy. So now that really beat the crap out of that stock today at open. It did rebound a little bit. They're trading right now at $2.09 a share, so still down overall. It's hard to judge just how bad everybody's doing right now, too, because everything already got cut by at least 50% when all of this started. So it's hard to tell if somebody's doing well or not doing well, but they are definitely taking a pounding. So, I'm going to stick with them. We'll see how some of this news plays out. That's one I have 3 shares of. I really like them. I really like that even through this, they kept their dividend. It was drastically reduced. It went from like, what was their dividend? They're like, their share price was like $8. And then their share price was like $8, and their dividend payout was like 18 cents. I mean, it was a decent dividend for the price. And they ended up dropping that down, I think, by 50%. I think their last dividend payout was 9 cents a share, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was 9 cents total that I got. Maybe it was 3 cents a share. I can't remember. But I was just happy that they at least still kept that dividend somewhat. So we'll keep an eye on them. We'll see how that plays out. I'm in long on AMC, so I'll continue to watch that, see if, hey, maybe we do need to bail on these guys. I don't know. We don't want to lose our rear on it, so we'll watch that one. Kind of take a break from stock talk real quick. I want to give a plug to my good friend Rick over at The Helpful Entrepreneur. He's the one that hosted the live stream I was a guest on about a month ago. He did a live stream last Thursday with him and another guy, Ryan. I'm gonna link that live stream up above. Basically, what he talked about, he has a Discord, and on that Discord channel or chat, he's got a lot of options listed out there to help you out in this time. If anybody's looking for like a secondary income, or if you're unemployed right now, and not looking for something secondary, but just looking for something to make money, period, while you're waiting for these unemployment checks, these stimulus checks to come in. It's got a lot of ideas. They broke down some things from, Upworks, Fiverr. The big one he spent most of the time talking about was guru.com, where you can basically, if anybody's familiar with like Uber Eats, that kind of thing, or like a care.com, where you go and sign up and these companies will, like, if they're looking for someone to do an email ad campaign for them, and that's your area of expertise, you can go and post that out there that, hey, you're available to do that. This is what I charge. It's kind of like that, kind of like care.com does, where you can, set up a profile and say, hey, I want to clean residential houses, I want to clean businesses, that kind of thing. So really neat. But he broke down a lot of things, and they talked about this Discord. And on this Discord, he's just like, there's a wealth of information available there, and he's looking for more people to come in on this Discord and start sharing their ideas and their thoughts, not just on how to make this supplemental income or income at all during this time, But just sharing those ideas. Like I went in, I dropped, he's got a section in there on public speaking tips. So I went in and I threw some tips on to help you out with public speaking. If you are a fellow YouTuber or a TikTok creator, he's got a space in there where you can go and you can share ideas on how to make your YouTube stuff, content better, your TikToks better. Also, if you have a new video or TikTok that you dropped, you can go on that Discord, that section for the creators, and actually post your current link or thumbnail to your video. That way, that audience that's in there on that Discord, it's just another place like an Instagram, Twitter, where you can go and share that out, get the, pull some views from there. But just there's so much potential there, and we just need to get more people in there on that Discord. Really appreciate what Rick's doing with that. It's going to be an amazing thing. I can't wait to see that take off. I'm glad I'm in there helping out, and I was invited in there. But he talks in that live stream, and he has some links in his description there on how to get involved in that Discord, how to join the Discord, and then you can start looking through their general information. Again, like I said, public speaking, different jobs and different vocations. Oh my God, there's so much on there. I can't even like. I'm just completely drawing a blank right now, and I apologize, but I just really want to take a minute and plug that. The other thing I want to take a minute and plug, which I'll put a link up here, a good friend of mine, he is a writer, voiceover actor, comic book artist. If anybody's a fan of comic books, this guy, Frank James Bailey, he just did a Kickstarter. He has a comic book called Tercona. Obviously, it's age appropriate for anyone. Anybody can read it. He shares out on the Tercona website. Actually, I'm not going to put that up there. I don't have a video per se to share. I'm sorry. That one will be down in the description. But it's good for all ages, but it's geared towards like girls, like my daughter, and likes that kind of thing, likes reading that. She got a kick out of it. I think 3 years ago, at our local free comic book day at our local comic shop. His daughter, which was the inspiration for the Tercona superhero character, she was actually cosplaying as Tercona, and my daughter got to meet her, and it was pretty cool, and that stuck with her. And we'll be sitting there and we'll be talking about it. She'll say, "Yeah, I remember when she was at that free comic book day." But he just started a Kickstarter. He's trying to raise $2,000 for his to help fund basically the artwork and the behind the scenes costs for comic book number 3, which will be releasing this year. Probably would have released already, but every Comic-Con that he's been a part of this year has been canceled so far. His Comic-Con tour started in March, but that's when all this happened, and so everything started to get canceled there. If you guys want to know how big a comic book junkie I am, right now, I told you in my last video, they switched us to a rotation. The managers where I'm working at are working from home 3 days a week. I was actually talking to Rick about this last night. I think it was last night or Saturday night, that they give us a laptop when we get promoted there, and it comes with this nice black backpack that we can carry it around in. Some of the managers have to work out on the production floor and do programming out on the floor. That's not my area of expertise. I'm not smart enough for that stuff. I'm a pencil pusher. But anyhow, I immediately got rid of that boring black backpack, and my lady friend picked me up this fancy, check that bad boy up, there you go, laptop case, Captain America's shield, nice thick heavy duty, padded, very good. So I'm a big comic book fan, so I really want to see Frank's Kickstarter succeed. He's trying to raise $2,000 for all that. So any little bit you can help. He's got some different perks, like some variant comic book covers. But my good friend Frank, I wanted to push his. I wanted to get Rick's Discord out there for the helpful entrepreneur. I wanted to get a plug out there for Frank. So make sure you check that stuff out in the links. Like I said, I'm gonna put Rick's live stream, a link to that up in there about the 8-minute mark. That'll be in there. And if you're watching on a desktop, a lot of times it hangs out there, the whole video off to the side. So just take a look around for that. And then I'll also put the website for Frank's Tercona Kickstarter. Man, I'd love to see him get that goal real fast. I know times are tough right now, but every penny helps. I mean, if you don't want to buy one of the packages to get the full deal, you can just straight up donate money to it, and if he doesn't hit his goal, you don't get charged the money. So don't feel like if you throw $5 in and he doesn't hit his goal that you're out. You are not. So that want to end this video on another positive note. You guys know I love Washington Prime Group. Basically a penny stock. A lot of people don't like them. They feel like it puts a bad taste in their mouth because it's, for some reason, anything you get as a free stock from Robinhood referrals, people just have this negative connotation in their mind, and I don't know why, because there are some really good ones. You can get Tesla. I mean, granted, it's rare, and they probably don't offer it anymore now that Tesla's went through the roof, but, you know, Tesla was one. I don't know if Amazon was one. Apple. You could get Apple, Microsoft, Facebook from these Robinhood referrals if you use someone's referral link and sign up. So I don't know why there's this negative connotation when, you know, some of these stocks that Robinhood gives away for, you know, referrals. But Washington Prime is one of those. I love Washington Prime. Like I said, they have a very proactive management team. I love their CEO. I've heard a couple of their earnings calls. The guy just has an amazing personality. They know what they're doing. I'm big on companies being proactive and having good management teams. Washington Prime is one of those companies. I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why that hit the news the past week or so. As I mentioned before, and I know I'm getting a little bit long, and I apologize. There's all these incentives out there for the small businesses. Some loans that are available, like they can get up to $10,000 or $40,000 depending on the situation. To help while their business is down, or you know, they're only getting, you know, partial payments and whatnot. But you know, everybody's kind of on their own to apply for these things. Washington Prime is actually going above and beyond, and they are helping their tenants because they are they own mostly open air malls and that kind of stuff. But they are helping their tenants actually sign up for this. So instead of saying, hey, you know, this stuff's available out there, go ahead and sign up for it, make sure you keep paying us, they're going that extra step and actually working with these companies and helping them and making sure that they're understanding and know that they're able to do this and helping them get through and get signed up for that. So that was the first great thing I thought they did. And then now they just had another article drop where somebody was interviewing their CEO, and they're doing an incentive program now. So to help out some of these businesses, including the ones that can't do online sales. Like, for example, you go to your local mall. Everybody loves having, you know, like the Aunt Millie's, the little Aunt Millie's pretzel bites or whatever. You love those, but you can't go to Aunt Millie's right now, obviously, because that's not something the malls are closed, and you're not going to order Aunt Millie's pretzel bites online. It's not really something that's available. So to help them out, the companies they do have, I'm not as familiar with all their malls and what stores. I mean, I'm sure they have the basics. So like if they have a Claire's, if you go in and spend $100 online at Claire's, or a total of $100 between all these places, once the malls reopen, you bring in your proof of purchase, your receipts, and you bring it into the mall. They'll give you a gift card for like $25 or $50, whatever it was. I think it was $25. That now you can go and use at the Aunt Millie's and all this. That's freaking awesome, man. These guys are just really going out of their way to help their tenants. Wow. So just some amazing things going on over at Washington Prime. So that's just another reason they are not getting the credit they deserve. They are definitely not getting their stock price has plummeted. It was down to about $1. Today, like I said, I'm about 50-50. Half my stocks are up, half of them are down for the day. Washington Prime's one that's down. It was down to like 90 cents last time I checked. So I don't know. You can't win. I mean, they are going out of their way and doing everything they have to help their people win and to help, you know, the communities win during this time, and they're just not getting the love and support for us. So go out and freaking buy up some Washington Prime. Do your due diligence, research. If it's not something you're comfortable, if it's not up your alley, don't do it. But I mean, gosh, I really love Washington Prime. So again, no financial expert here, but thank you. I got to wrap this up. We're at the 20-minute mark. I apologize. I have gotten way long-winded here. But I just had so much to talk about today. So excited about a lot of this stuff. I hope you all had a great Easter. I apologize for not leading with that. I should have led with that. Hope everybody had a great Easter. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure, if you have not already subscribed, that you hit that. Where's that red button at? It's down here somewhere along the bottom. Hit the red button. Somewhere over there too is the like button. Go ahead and hit that. If you hated it, especially since I went so long, hit the dislike button. It still helps with the algorithm. But make sure if you hit that dislike button, you leave me a comment. Tell me what you hated about it. Even, you know, because I'm just going to assume if there's a dislike on it, it's because I went too long. But hey, maybe there's something else. Anything else going on? How was your Easter? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know how you handled with the social distancing. If you guys still had some kind of get together, or if you did, like a guy that I work with. He and his wife had dinner together, and then they went over and like put a plate of food on their parents' porch. So that their parents got to technically eat with them. But let me know how you handled this with the social distancing. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I was so long-winded today, but thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for sticking here while we drive up stocks. So until next time, take care. Be safe out there, YouTube.